I've been playing Fortnite competitive for over 5 years, and I've learned a lot along the way. I have many top 100s and almost making earnings a few times too, and I even got top 90 in the last Division Cup. You clicked on this video for one of two reasons. Firstly, you're a beginner and you want to get into Fortnite competitive. Or two, you play Fortnite competitive but just don't see any improvement. Well, I can assure you, this video is for you. I applied all these steps, and in the last season, I've got over 3K PR just from following these 7 ways to be a god at Fortnite competitive. And guys, all these ways are important as the next, so make sure to pay attention to all of them, and your PR and skill will skyrocket. The first way to be a god at Fortnite competitive is easily surrounding yourself with godlike players. Now, what I mean by that is finding a godlike friend group. Now, guys, I know that sounds hard, but really it's not. All you have to do is kind of just put yourself out there. For example, when you're looking for a trio to play with, make sure you're looking at all your options, explore your options, see who's good, see who's not good, and hey, you play with them, you meet their friends, maybe their friends are good, and you just keep moving up the ladder. It's important to surround yourself with godlike players because you want to be godlike. Who you surround yourself with is who you become. Now, it's also important that you're learning off these people. You're not just playing a game. If you're playing Zone Wars all day in a Discord call with your friend group and your friend group's really good, if you're kind of just playing on autopilot and getting killed every time, you're not going to get better. So you kind of want to be learning from them. For example, if you're playing scrims with them and your IGL keeps making good calls and you're winning games, kind of pick apart what he's doing and then put it into your gameplay. And then if you play with another team, hey, maybe you could be the IGL. Just make sure you're always learning. I'm going to give you another example of a good friend group versus a bad friend group. A good friend group is people who play the game and they take notes of what they do wrong. They don't just play the game on autopilot and play Zone Wars for 8 hours a day. Now that I told you what a good friend group is, let me tell you how to find one. So I'm gonna give you 2 examples. One, you go to Discord and go looking for players and easily find people who are making friend groups with good players, and some of them have PR limits, some of them don't. That's how I would do way 1. Way 2, I would just keep looking for trios and playing with people in scrims and trying people out. And then you find a trio, they're gonna have a friend group and you're gonna join their friend group because you're trioing with them. And if they're good, obviously their friends are gonna be good. So that's the option I would do it. But guys, remember, you need a godlike friend group to be a god. You can't just play with bums all day and expect to be a god. On to the second way to be a god of Fortnite competitive, guys. You're not just gonna be a god right away. So here's a strat, and it's called the last game strategy. Now, every tournament, it always comes up to the last game if you're going to get a lot of PR or not. And a lot of people think, oh, let me try to drop a 30 bomb in qual. No, guys. Win the game, go for PR. There is no point in trying to drop a 30 bomb and thinking you're going to qualify for something when you could easily get yourself 200 to 100 PR each tournament and then build up so you could find insane teammates. Now, PR is very important off the start, especially if you're a beginner, because that's how your skill is based. That's how people look at you. So guys, make sure to build up your PR and do this last game strategy. It's always going to come to your last game. And when you're in this last game, milk out placement and just win the game and get a good placement, get the PR, and get out. So many people think playing a lot of Fortnite will make you a god. However, that is not the case. The best way and fastest way to rapidly improve at Fortnite competitive is quality practice, not quantity. Now I'll give you an example. Player A plays Fortnite for 6 hours a day, and his practice consists of free building for 2 hours and 4 hours of creative with his friends. Now player B only plays 3 hours a day, but 1 hour aim training and warming up and 2 hours of scrims. Who do you think is the better player? If you said player B, you'd be correct. You see, it's not about how often you practice, it's about how you practice. So next time you load up Fortnite, ask yourself this question. Don't just get on and start free building. It's a bad habit. You need to break that. Personally, this is what you should do. Warming up. You have to warm up. Warm up is essential. You see, if you just load up the game and free build, your mind might think you're warming up, but in reality, you're just warming up your hands. You're not actually warming up to improve. Now, some of you think that's the point of warming up, but I can assure you the point of warming up is to track your progress of improvement. Now, there's 3 essential keys you need to be warming up. 1, you need to be aim training. 2, crosshair placement. And 3, you're fighting. All these things you can practice in the Raider 646 map that I will leave the code on the screen. And all 3 of these categories, you should put at least 10 minutes in minimal, 30-minute warm-up routine, and you'll become a god. Guys, this next way is going to be really short, but it's really important. It's tracking your habits. Now, what do I mean by this? For example, FNCS is Tuesday, and you wake up at 12 p.m., and FNCS starts at 1. And you do terrible. What does that tell you? Okay, maybe I shouldn't wake up an hour before a tournament. The same goes for eating, exercising. Monitor what makes you play better and add it into your schedule before a tournament. For example, the other week I got top 600 in the solo cash cup, and an hour before it I ran an exercise. And guess what? The next one I'm going to do the same exact thing. Even though it's just a video game, the way your mind works and the way it plays better with things, you need to add it to your schedule. I know this was a short way, but I'm telling you, this will improve you a lot. On to the 5th way to be a Fortnite competitive god. Mindset matters. You can't just get on the game without a care in the world. You have to look at the game at some kind of importance. Now, obviously, you don't have to treat it as a job, but the more importance you show it, the gradually you will get good. Trust me. And also, your mindset plays a crucial role in how far you get in Fortnite. If you crash out after each game and rage over little things, it'll ruin your mindset for the rest of the tournament that you're playing. The best players in the world had the same mindset, and I like to call that the lock-in mindset. Now you're probably wondering, what is the lock-in mindset? Look at it like this. If you lock in right now, you're only close to your goal. If you keep getting tilted over small things and blame your teammates, you're only pushing yourself farther away. So guys, next time you're about to rage, tell yourself, lock in, and there's only room for improvement. VOD reviewing is easily the 6th way to be a Fortnite competitive god. VOD reviewing is so important in today's day and age because everyone is doing it. And I don't mean just VOD reviewing yourself. You should be doing it. You should be VOD reviewing your favorite pros even when you're watching for fun. Just copy what they're doing and add it into your gameplay. Now I'll give you some examples of what I mean. If you land Crime City, right, VOD review pros that land Crime City and see what loot path they take, or how fast they rotate out of the PI, or just how they get their storm surge tags. All of that is so important in Fortnite competitive, so it's important to get it down pat. And also guys, make sure you're VOD reviewing yourself, not to see strategies, but to see what mistakes you're making so you could capitalize on them and fix all your mistakes and become a Fortnite competitive god. Last and final way to be a god of Fortnite competitive is your warm-up routine. Yes, I know it sounds simple, but guys, it's really not that simple. If you have a perfect warm-up routine, you're going to pass everyone's skill level. You'll be better than 90% of the players on this game just by your warm-up routine. Now, there's a certain warm-up routine that a lot of the pros are gatekeeping, but I know it because I've studied 7 different pros and what they do for their warm-ups, and I found it. Now, it's really simple. All you have to do is head over to Raider 646 map and go to free build. Put it on 0.5 speed, and after you have it on 0.5 speed, free build for about 5 minutes and just really work on your crosshair placement. Work on being slow, don't be too fast, and do that for about 5 minutes. Now when you're done for that, you want to head over and put it on 1.2 speed. Now when you have it on 1.2 speed, you want to be as fast as possible and try to hit all your edits, but be quick. Also be trying to piece control people at the same time. Do that for about 10 minutes. Now you're done with that, put on normal speed and do your regular free building, and you're going to feel so fast. Now that's just working on your free build. Now after this, you want to head over to the piece control bots and work on your piece control for about 10 minutes. And then after that, head over to 1v1 and 1v1 someone, and then guess what? You are going to feel so warmed up, and I promise you, if you do this for about a week, you're going to be a pro. You're going to be a god of Fortnite competitive, trust me. But guys, those are the 7 ways to be a god of Fortnite competitive, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.